fellow babies. Welcome to Alcoholics Non-Anonymous. I am Dick, and I am drinking.
I am drunk, and I am Duncan.
Wouldn't you like to be a drunkard too?
We should have a look. We should have a little ditty. We should have a little a shanty, a shandy shanty.
I'm a wasted. You're a plastered.
Oh.
Yeah. So send in your song lyrics, and we'll get an AI to do it.
Hey, I tell you what, there was a story we didn't get to on my list. We could get these guys in to help, but apparently McCartney and Lennon are at it again. Believe it or not, Lennon and McCartney are back. They're back, baby.
Sitting on a riverboat like Kermit playing guitar.
No, there's a new song, a collaboration by Lennon and McCartney.
No, it's by Autotune and Dr. Rhythm, man.
No, it is Lennon and McCartney. It's James McCartney and Sean Ono Lennon, but it is a Lennon and McCartney song.
Mother, split up the band, man.
Because Lennon was born in 1975, and he's been carving out a career in music and all that kind of stuff. And
can you imagine when the kid was like 9 or whatever? You know, I don't know when John got shot, but you know how old the kid was. But
was it 80? Wasn't it?
Yeah, some shit like that, right? So Yoko's in the kitchen, and she says, you know, with the accent, right? Jan, is that Sean or John? Nobody knows. They both come running. No.
Oh dear, yeah, but he actually performed with his mother. I'm assuming musically. I'm not going to make any suggestions on what they do with the family. But yeah. See that on your OnlyFans page.
What's the line from Ferris Bueller? So it's like that in the family.
Yeah. Oh dear. But
it's only Yoko Ono. Who cares?
Was it James McCartney as well? Yeah. Yeah.
They should have got one of Dylan's children in there, because at least he knows how to be a one-hit wonder. That dude, you know, One Headlight. Remember that song?
No.
Well, okay, maybe he wasn't quite a one-hit wonder. One song wonder.
Well, there was Julian Lennon as well, wasn't there? And
yeah, that's the guy I was making fun of in the beginning, because his song was sitting on a riverboat floating, playing guitar or something. It came out in the 80s. Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I wouldn't know.
And I always thought it was like Kermit the Frog. It's not easy being green.
I thought you were doing some kind of Muppets reference there. To be honest with you.
Yeah. I was trying to put Kermit into Julian Lennon's video for that song, right? You know.
It must be odd being the children of famous rockers.
Especially the talentless children of talented rockers, right? Because there's a lot of them.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They always seem to land themselves work in the same industry. You know, they always seem to find themselves,
but usually in support.
Yeah. Well, these guys could write a single. I didn't say it's any good. It's not. But yeah, it's kind of odd. They don't have the genius. I mean, God knows what's going to be like Michael Jackson's kids, because obviously he didn't actually conceive any of them, probably. But
well, I mean, the boy there, what's his name? You know, every time he goes out in spring or fall, the girls are like, "I'm kind of cold. Do you have a blanket?"
Dear God.
But you know, what is it with celebrities and the name thing? Why do they have to one-up society like Zappa, Moon Unit? What? No. What about Sally? You know, Jennifer. You know, don't do that to your kid. Did we lose Dunk again? I think we did. Dunk's computer is just shitting the bed. Did you not restart before the stream? You should restart. Everything's broken for you. Oh, there. No. That sounded like a CB radio kicked in. Breaker 19, breaker 19. I heard.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we do.
Can you hear me? I can hear me.
Yeah, yeah.
I just restarted my M game. I think one of that's fucking up.
Well, it actually could be video itself, because somebody said no sound at all. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it says only when you talk. Okay, that doesn't help. You can only hear me when I talk. All right, okay. That's yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was heard the whole time, but you were screwing up again on your side.
Oh. Shall I reboot and come back? You tell a story.
I think I would. Oh, right now I'm in the control room in VNO and your thing is like hot red garbage. Yeah, you're
all right. I'm gonna reboot. I'll be back in a minute, guys.
Okay.
Listen to a lovely story by Mrs. Dawson.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing that a guy with an Emmy Award can't even get himself a computer that fucking works?
It does fucking work, you bastard. You think
you're supposed to bugger off.
I'm saving my After Effects and everything, and I've got to do all that. Yeah, hang on.
You can't have Jesus Christ. I've explained the audio issues to you. You can't have things stealing that many cycles.
It wasn't running. It was from. I had to stop it previously at the start of the show.
Excuses.
You want fucking credits by Sunday? I've got to do it. Right. Okay. I'm going to restart.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You know what? We might have to crowdfund a second, third computer for Dunk so that he can render all these fancy intros and stuff he does for us without screwing things up. That morphing intro we use on the shows where it goes all crazy and cool and stuff. Those take like 2 days to render on really good performing hardware. Like he's got a Mac Studio with one of the expensive chips and stuff. I go into specs, but half of you don't give a rat's ass anyway. It's just, but yeah. But digital audio with what we do at the level we do, I bring it in at higher quality. I have things like limiters, noise suppression, and whatnot going on the audio. It can get very dicey if you have other apps fighting. A digital audio conversion has to be in basically real time, or you get all that errors and pops and clicks and stuff that some people get. And I think that's what's going on. His other audio pro apps that we're running are just totally in the way. Cypher in the chat, $10 super chat there. Get Dunk something that works. Yeah, no, what he did, like he does have a thousands of dollars computer. But what he didn't do was restart, because when you run in real pro audio and then you go to this low latency stuff that we're using for these video chats, we don't use like Google Meets and stuff. We use a really specific peer-to-peer thing that was developed for low latency, high audio quality delivery. And it can play havoc with your system. But we're good. We'll get them there. Let's see if we've got anything in the chat that I can turn to and use as fodder. You see up here that Jumanji board there? You see that's a wooden board game, and it folds open just like the one from the movie. I scored it at one of those secondhand thrift stores, whatnot, recently. Same with right here. I don't know if anybody recognizes those, but those are 2 of those old Sony Mavica floppy disk digital cameras. Got those recently as well. I'm accumulating a very cool looking pile of junk. Oh, and I don't know if Teresa is in the chat, but I did get that package, so I'll film Felix opening it. Felix got a cool little birthday thingy. He got an Amazon gift card as well from CF Beauty in the chat there on the Shills account. So he's coming home in a couple of days from spending a few days with mom and grandma and stuff, and he'll spend that. I bet he's going to try to like download some show tune musical movie stuff. That's what he's really into right now. But I can download him the songs for free. But he likes to pay on the service and get them in. So we'll see what it'll be funny.
Bye.
Hey, there you go. It's not all red and stuff now. Now you're green.
See, look at that. I walk away for 5 minutes and it gets super chat. Look at that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, we got a super chat to get you a computer that works.
It does work. Well, great. Shut up.
Yeah. Got to restart before the show. Hard. Yeah, got to restart.
I couldn't.
Well, we might have to get you a second Mac Mini or something to put beside the studio and everything, so that you can do this show without screwing up your renders and shit, man.
Yeah, no, I got. Yeah, don't talk about that. Yeah, I got three computers right here. It just happened to be this was the one I was doing that stuff on, and also doing the show on, and can't be.
So helped. It's just choices, right?
It's bad choices. Knowing you was one of them.
Now we've got to the root of the problem, haven't
now
we?
We get to it's going to be one of those kind of shows. We're going to let it all loose. We're going to let the whole world know just how bad it is. Yeah.
We're entering the happy friends part of the show, people.
Hang on. God, load up Discord. Get us back in the green room. Back in the green room again. Okay. No,
hey, we got a super chat in.
I'm good.
We got Chuck Yamarets in the live chat there with a boom boom shout and an alcohol booze fund shout as well. So I think that deserves some happy vibes. Thanks, Chuck. Slava Ukraini. Heroyam Slava. Like that very much.
So Adrenago says, I've only been watching parts of the shows. Yeah, probably bits from me on it. The good bits. Been reading about some of Dunk's old friends, William and Mary. Who? The only joint monarchs of England. Who's Mary? Never heard of it.
The Sister Mary from the Queensryche.
I don't know.
The concept album.
I don't know. What do I know? They're not friends of mine. No friends of mine.
And if you don't start drinking, I'm gonna leave. We need some George Thorogood. I love that song. George Thorogood. Yeah. He did all kinds of boozing and alcohol songs, and then in the early 80s, he finally decided to just do the song he should have from day one. If you don't start drinking, I'm gonna leave.
Liz Mailer in the chat says, does Dunk get anything from the booze fund? No, I fucking donate to it. I'm an enabler.
Come on, now we just bought you some nice headphones. Don't sell it that hard, you bastard.
Hang on. Yeah, but headphones, you can't drink headphones.
That's true. No, but
I can suck on them. But
yeah. No, things are distributed appropriately depending on what's said in the thing.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. Don't worry about
it. You can't sell it that hard. Somebody's gonna fucking call me on that shit.
I know she's only talking about the booze fund. I'm not talking about all the other stuff.
Anybody else out there work on a daily basis with a fucking asshole, or is it just me?
No, it's me as well.
Funny how that works, isn't
it? We should set up a law firm, asshole and asshole.
Yeah,
for all your legal needs.
From anus to shitter, we got all your legal needs covered.
Yeah, we got all your alleys. Alleys of legal work. So
yeah, circling the bowl with signs of dollars.
Oh dear. No, he's a nice sponsor.
Yeah, we got offered a sponsorship, but I had to say, look, I know you're doing well on OnlyFans, but we just can't show that on our channel. You know?
Dear.
I don't know how we made it onto that roster, but
yeah, but PJ's a good guy. You know, we should just give him a shout out for his OnlyFans. You know.
Yeah. Let's hear it for 8 Inches of Thunder. It's a good channel.
Yeah, but that's width. Is the only one where you have to take your 3D glasses off to watch because you need to get your eyes poked out.
Exactly.
Another black eye.
Yeah. I recommend in Dolby Atmos because you can hear it scraping the roof as it comes towards you.
You should never get your ceiling Artex. That's gonna hurt. Sorry, PJ. Sorry.
Yeah. It's kind of like the movie Leviathan.
What shit?
I've never seen it. I just thought it was a really good name for that. Yeah.
90 minutes of shit. That's what we should call it.
Oh, speaking of which, so I tried to watch what's it called? Event Horizon.
Oh yeah. I worked on that.
Now I can't say anything that I want to.
No, you can say what how do you like. It's a cult classic.
There's so many dude says one thing, do the other moments kind of. I only watched like the first 20 minutes and I was like, I just can't do this anymore. There's a scene within the first 10 minutes when the ship goes into deceleration and all the equipment is shaking in different ways on the wall. And literally it's like, well, what is it, falling apart? like you can tell it's just like built out of drywall and there's people behind going like this and it's not in sync at all.
Hey,
and
don't give away the movie secrets of how they make things shake around.
Yeah. Oh, it's so bad. And then there's this ship that shows up to see a bigger ship. Yeah. And the first ship is really small. Well, it's big.
The Lewis and Clark.
Right. Yeah. It's big until you see the other ship. And then you go, wow, that's big, right?
Yeah.
But
it's
first
like a black hole moment.
Yeah. But the first ship that shows up, half of it turns out to just be this extending tunnel thing that comes. It's so. It's like the producer and the director of the movie looked at the script like science. We don't need no freaking science, and they just it was so bad.
I always found that quite fascinating with sort of like, with films like Black Hole and Event Horizon, which have both got similar things where they have like these starships, which are like tiny when they compare to another starship. It's like, wouldn't all starships be like, if they have to be that big, wouldn't they all be that big? Why? How did they manage to miniaturize it? Did the Japanese get involved with something? Is it so? We're going to take a tape recorder and make it like tiny. That's what we're going to do with starships as well. No, why do starships are suddenly huge? Or very, very, very small.
There's no in between, right? It's hilarious.
No.
You get a little bitty shuttle for 4 people, or you get something that spans the rings of Saturn. It's unbelievable.
Well, it's like the Death Star, which is basically a floating gun, right?
Yeah,
it's just basically a big gun. What was the rest of it? The gift shop?
Yeah,
I mean, it was huge. Yeah. It's way too big to be a space station. It's
7. Yeah, they had 7 movie theaters because it doesn't, and
if you stripped everything away from the Death Star that wasn't needed, it could just be a floating platform gun A big one, I admit, but it's just like
here's another thing
unnecessary.
Here's another thing about Star Wars and a few other sci-fis as well. Why do the bad guys always have the important controls on these weird little balconies that are like massive drops down to death, and they don't even have railings on them and stuff? Because that makes a lot of sense. Why do they? Yes. You know, I mean, the people that make the movies have to go, oh, we need drama. Well, we can't trust the writers because they don't even really know English very well. So put a big drop in there.
No, you're talking about the two guys during the laser firing of the Death Star. Yeah, you see, those two guys, they were there that day to fit the handrail. That's what they were doing. That's why they were there.
Yeah,
because also, who wants to be standing next to a great big laser being fired out? It's like, you know, they didn't get told to clear the corridor.
Yeah, exactly. You're vaporized.
We're putting in the handrail.
yeah.
Pedro and Pieta. We hit the handrail.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Peterson, but we gave your son a terrible job and he's been vaporized. You know, it's like, right? Wait, you remember the other guys at the controls? They had those helmets that stuck out from like the jaw, but all the controls were below them. So that makes sense. That's you know, oh, wait a minute, I can't, oh shit, I hit the button with the thing. You know, it's like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's it's kind of like wearing a crash helmet in a ball pit. You know, it's like, why did they need helmets? Was the ceiling you know, a bit loose or something? I mean, you know, Death Star had only just been finished, so maybe the ceiling tiles kept falling down, so they had to put, you know, helmets on them just to protect them.
They didn't have Roman concrete. It wasn't that good.
And they had to have the big gloves as well, the big motorcycle gloves. Because when you're using controls and buttons and levers, there's nothing better than having a massive pair of leather gloves on.
Yeah, erasing all tactile control makes sure that you're really going to do a good job, right? I love that stuff, you know.
Hey, you know what? It's not real. It's made up. Hate to bring it to everybody in the chat. I work in the movie industry. No, listen, this is the serious stuff. I work in the movie industry, and I know it's not real.
Yeah, because you fake it all the time.
Yeah, we're not talking about movies, are we?
Yeah. Oh, he's the only man that can fake an orgasm, fellow babies. Don't do that at the same time. No. How many buttons do I have? Hit something. Make it work.
That was the worst Zoom meeting we've ever had.
Sir, would you please put your umbrella away? We're trying to have a meeting here.
Talking of meetings, Dixie's bum has just met the floor, and I've just got to clean up a little bit of Dixie wee.
That's his dog. Okay, that's his dog. Oh, here. We've got a new gag to premiere here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to zoom this in. Sorry, you're going to have to look at me for a second, but I'll hit the button in a minute.
Poor little thing. She's old and demented, just like me.
So here, I'm going to premiere a gag here. So CF Beauty found a cool meme that just, you know, kind of means everything to everyone, all wrapped up into one. And then Dunk did a little visual effects thing to it. And we have this. So here, hold on. Ready?
Today we're making fuck off pie. With 1 cup of no one cares, a dash of kiss my ass, add some fuck yous, a pinch of blow me. You're going to want to stir it all together and shove it up your ass.
Is that recipe in our recipe book on the in the Shills store?
Coming out soon. Yeah. So we have a new gag. We'll save that for the right moments.
It's funny actually, because it was I didn't do very much to do that on that, but it was like Dick saw the meme, which was in a vertical format, so Dick had an anaphylactic shock
conniption
just watching it. He said, "Oh, we need to AI that to make it 16 by 9." I said, "You don't need to fucking AI it. I'll just fix it."
Yeah, but you have the skills to fix it. I just have the desire to dream it. I can't, those morphing intros we do. It's an amazing thing, and I have no idea how it's done. And if Dunk ever leaves the channel, well, they'll last as long as they last, and then we won't have them anymore because I can't fucking do that.
Well, I can tell you how it's done. Basically, what you do is you have a sequence of frames. Now, take notes, Dick. You write this down. You have a sequence of frames, single image frames, just one frame each. And then what you do is you force it to try and stretch it out on a Chronos timeline, which is basically a time changing part of After Effects. And
it's in relativity, right?
And you're forcing it to try to create frames in between, because normally you do it like just try you've got this frame and this frame, and you just need to a little morph in between just to in between it. But because it can't, because they're single images, it just goes, I don't know what to fucking do at this point. I'm just going to take this image and that image and make them blend together. But I wanted to go and get power converters. Yeah, exactly. And basically what it has is a fit, just trying to make everything go together, and that's how it's done. You see? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So,
so
could it be?
So if Matt's here, maybe to clip that bit for Dick, so when he has to go back and do the titles himself, he knows how to do it.
No, I just made one. It's just that's that easy. So, we were talking about pets.
Okay.
And as a fish person, I don't have like creepy crawly animals and stuff and things that lick me around the house. It's not my style. Right?
Not unless she pays.
Yeah, yeah. You bring the alcohol and maybe we'll talk, right? But it's not my thing. Like my son isn't really into like animals and stuff. Like he likes zebras and tigers and lions. But
he's into animals.
Oh yeah, can you imagine having a giraffe?
A short
right?
one.
Yeah. So we're fish people, but fish you don't exactly have like the emotional bond with. You don't sit around and pet them and have them sitting on your lap and all that other
Don't
animal.
you put a little leash on them and take them for a little walk around the tank every now and then?
Yeah. What I do is I individually, one at a time, I put them in a goldfish bowl on a skateboard and drag them around the block, right? Come on, I want you to meet Bob. He's a great guy. He's the neighbor, But would you guys agree that like fish are more like a hobby than a pet?
Yeah.
That's
a much fairer way to describe it.
Yeah, like a fish tank like that. It's kind of like artwork on your wall that takes weekly maintenance, right?
I mean, we did have one of those stories about some guy having an octopus and having octopi as pets is a kind of like a no-no because they should be
that's stupid
in the proper environments, but they can seem to be a bit more of a pet because they do seem to be very intelligent and people can form like real strong bonds. You see it in nature as well as scuba divers swimming and they'll meet an octopus that they know.
But an octopus is at that level of intelligence. You start to be like, well, I'm just caging something that knows better. Whereas like, a couple of guppies in a or whatever, they're just like every time they turn the corner and look the other way, they're like, hey, cool, where am I now? Like,
they're just happy to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And not being eaten by bigger fish.
Yeah, Godzilla comes around, feeds me 3 times a day, and it's all good, But yeah, But the thing is as it pertains to pets, fish still have that, oh, I'm going away for 5 days. Can somebody take care of them for me?
Yeah.
Right? I can't just bail for like 3 months or whatever. I need somebody to deal with it,
Well, you can say the same about house plants.
Oh, totally. That's why I don't have any. I just have to, well, I've tried, but they die. It's just, it's terrible.
I know. I say that every time we go to, my wife's like, she's the one that buys the plants. And
you're the one that kills them?
And I'm the one just saying, we're going to just take it home to die and I'll bury it in a funeral.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. My idea of a house plant is something that I can, hang, dry, and roll afterwards, right?
Yeah, that's hardly a pet. You don't nibble a bit off your pet each time.
Oh, I only just noticed chat wants the goat. You get the goat. We've also got a shout out from NANA for nothing less than $6.66. And he says, I did the math. My drinking habit cost me about 8 hours of work a week. Dear God, I'm in the negatives, dude. I wish I was you right now. Oh, fuck, that was loud. Okay, well, but yeah, thanks, NANA. Remember, there's no place for a steak on a barbecue without alcohol to the side to make sure you're happy while you cook it.
No, you need the alcohol because once the steak comes off and it comes off like a block of cinders, you're still happy to eat it.
That's true.
Or
That's
chew
true.
through it.
Yeah.
Who ordered the jerky?
Alcohol. The reason we enjoy charbroiled, right?
Or rat in a broth.
I don't even bring that up again. I still have the picture up on the other browser. No. No, it's terrible. It's awful. Oh.
Waiter.
This guy. Oh, wait a minute. Shit, wrong button. But this guy, the rat, right? Oh no, wait, that's the prime minister or premier of British Columbia. Yeah.
You don't want him in a broth.
We had a few rats tonight. I'm just not sure. Trying to keep up.
Oh dear.
Who in their right mind decides that, yes, the entire province of British Columbia, the size of a European country unto itself, should just let people use hard drugs in the street? Why not?
Maybe he's got shares.
Maybe he's got a summer house in Monaco and that's where he actually lives. I mean, what the fucking idiot. That's the dumbest thing.
Yeah, can you imagine all these like drug dealers going into government offices and just trying to persuade the government, just like Lewis Rossman going into court to free up right to repair and stuff like that. You just got drug dealers going, hey, come on.
Exactly.
You got a nice house. Be a shame if it burned down.
Yeah. Your Honor, ODs are down 17%. Reciprocate crimes due to debts are down. And as such, I haven't had to visit your house for a payment in a month.
How are the kids? Are they okay?
Is little Billy still doing his art?
Is he still goes to that private school? I know because I sit outside the park gates every day.
Oh, that's funny. There's so much corruption, though. I mean, we're not even being that facetious about it. It's so bad these days. What's the whole thing? Okay, here, 1 second. I'm going to need to get a beer to actually get through this one.
Okay.
But I want to cover Supreme Court, their ability to cover the laws and how nominations are the way to get there instead of credibility. And it's so screwed up. Shouldn't the government make the laws, the court enforce them, and the police
I don't know. I don't know. You go into an area of discussion where I would classify as I don't give a fuck.
It means something to me. But hold on, here I'll be back in a minute and see if I remember even what I was talking about. But hold on.
Yeah, it's while he buggers up. It's funny, talking about like corruption and things like that. I wonder when corruption first started. Do you think it started with like cavemen, or you had like cavemen just going around going, oh, nice fire you got there. Be a shame if you like burned down. You know what I mean? Bit of protection racket on the whole fire making process. Dear. I think what it's like, be a shame if a woolly mammoth came by and, stomped on your house, like, be a shame. Oh dear. How far has he gone for that bloody beer? He hasn't gone across the road, has he? He's supposed to be like 2 seconds. Oh dear. Oh, well, there you go. That's me run dry of that bloody train of thought. What was he talking about? What was he? Do you think you remember what he was talking about? I don't know what he was talking about. But, let's see what's happening in the chat. See what you guys are saying. No, not a lot. Go on, say something interesting so I can read it out. You're all talking amongst yourselves. Are you even watching the show? I'm not. I'm not even here. When the sandcastle washed away on the beach. What? Sorry, Chuck. There you go, Yana. Says something interesting. And now for something completely different. Oh, he's back. The man, the mystery, the Messiah.
Oh, God. What are you talking about now?
Just building up your entrance. Oh, Lord.
He's not a Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. So,
oh, Mum, when are we going to go to stoning?
Oh, that's craftsmanship, sir. And all but anyway, so my thing was, Canada, United States, a few other places, you break away from your imperial leaders or whatever. No offense there.
No offense taken.
Well, it should actually. But anyway, so now you start writing new laws, you start getting shit formed and stuff. And the politicians are the ones kind of writing the laws, and the courts hear the arguments and enforce the laws, and the police are out there being the arm of the law, making sure the public is doing their thing. But then the law itself got out of hand, and it's no longer about truth, justice, and stuff. It's now about the law. And very guilty people walk scot-free all the time because the law and precedent and so on. And now you've got a thing going on where one dude gets elected, so you get a whole bunch of his side's people appointed to the Supreme Court or whatever. But then the election sways, it goes the other way, but then they can't get things done because that person's people, and it's all partisan politics. How does partisan politics have any place in law?
Yeah, well, when you're talking about law like that, you're talking about, like book law, where where you just look at a crime and go, yep, that's bad, shouldn't do that. Oh no, be allowed to do it on Tuesday if you got your coat on the lower peg, and and Johnny's doing church on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Then you're okay, you can get away with it.
Yeah, or Agent Mulder was wearing brown shoes that day, so we can't take the evidence. But, like that kind of stuff is starting to, and I don't know about other places. You let us know in the chat there, but in Canada especially, you've got to really screw up before you get any kind of actual jail time these days. So you've got these people who are just making life terrible for everybody. They're out stealing this and that and drugging out and all this other crap. And they're constantly revolving through the front door of law, but they never get any real trouble. So there's no incentive to actually change their life and shit.
Well, I just say that they need to try a little bit harder. I mean, if they're not getting the jail term, then they're just not doing it good enough.
Exactly. If stand up in court and tell the judge off.
Yeah, if you want to commit a crime and make it look like you actually meant it, make sure you're doing it for the jail time.
Yeah.
it's a badge of honor.
But I find Western law is a bit of a joke now. Like it's getting out of hand. It's unaffordable to the average person. I mean,
you know what ruined law. Ruined law because law. When you talked about law in the Wild West, it was a man with a badge, the sheriff. Yeah. They didn't have fucking lawyers.
Yeah.
yeah. That's what's ruined law is lawyers.
A lot of it.
Who will just like argue till
semantics and rhetoric, and they're talking about things that have nothing to do with did you shoot that person. Now it's all this other crap. And now I get that we have to have safeguards so that we don't have bad detectives planting evidence, so and whatnot, right? I get that. But the safeguards have gotten to the point where the legal system barely works. Like your neighbor cuts down a tree, crashes into your garage and screws up the roof and stuff. And it can take 3 years of court and then insurance before you get paid out to get your thing fixed. How can that be? I hate this crap.
Yeah. And meanwhile, the lawyers have made more money than the settlement would have been in the first place.
Well, that just happened with Facebook. Facebook just finalized a very lengthy lawsuit. And normally in class actions in America, the lawyers are capped at 25%, but the judge allowed them to petition for 33%. So the group of lawyers involved in the lawsuit all made off with millions. And the users who they were fighting for that are supposed to get a payment because Facebook did them wrong, they got $43.
And even then, they probably didn't get it.
No, well, you're going to have to know that it was issued to you, and you're going to have to fill out a special form. You're going to have to lick an envelope and mail a stamp, and it's going to have to get there in 7 days or it's null and void, right? The whole thing meant nothing to anybody except the lawyers. They all went home and bought new Ferraris. How is that?
I'm not licking anyone for $43. Not again.
yeah, especially if they get the Ferrari, right?
I just want to say, Teresa Anspiner in the
Teresa.
Hang on, wait. She says in the chat, "You are so right, Dunk." I'm just going to screen grab that and frame it and put it up in my house. So
Teresa, we got the package.
It does happen.
Yeah, we got the package, and I will film Felix opening it, and I'll show you and everything. But thank you very much. Yeah. I was sent.
DNA. Came in a little shaving foam can.
Exactly. You remember that?
On the cloning.
Yeah, you remember that guy that was in Seinfeld sometimes? Yeah, he signed it. What about California wanting to stop homework? Yes or no? Yes, sort of no. Maybe twice a week, not every night. Question from Andrew Petrie in the chat.
What?
Yeah, he's talking about, I think, schools and homework, right? I personally think that homework is a critical part of school, not because the children should have to do even more work when they get home and blah, blah, but they should have to do a little bit because it gives the teacher valuable insight into the parent relationship with the child at home. And that way the parent can learn over time, or the teacher can learn over time, if that child might need a little bit of extra attention because they're not getting that kind of support. The homework isn't getting done and whatnot. I think a burden of homework is bullshit, right? Because that means you should do better in the classroom at getting them through it. But I do believe that it's actually a good tool.
Yeah, it's not just the thing you're talking about. It's also a response or a confirmation from the teacher that the child in the school was actually paying attention. Otherwise, they'll just go through school just like turning up, and you don't get badges for turning up.
Yeah.
It teaches people to learn to study, I suppose, and it puts them into a mindset that later on when they go to like universities and stuff like that, it's not all going to be laid out on a plate for them anymore.
That's right.
You got to fucking work for it. Sorry for swearing, but
yeah.
We got to you got to do that. I mean, it's like my son did it's like a driving test thing today, and he failed dismally, and it was the paper exam.
Oh,
and he was telling me about some of the questions he got wrong. And I thought, well, that's just in the highway code book. And I said, have you looked at it? I said, I think we got one somewhere.
What?
What? It's like, well, didn't you? I mean, if you just looked at the highway code book and you'd know the answer, not try to guess it or think about it. You just go, that's the answer.
Exactly.
And so, I've told him, get the fucking book. We'll go through it, and just so you know, and it might be good for me to catch up on a few things too. But it's like, that's what we're talking about. Learning to drive is more than just sitting in a car with your driving instructor. There's homework to be involved and to learn stuff yourself.
There's homework in a lot of things, because ever since I left school, it's not like I stopped learning.
Yeah.
Right. You got to teach people to learn on their own time.
Well, it's like if you think about all the computer stuff you've done yourself, and setting up servers and things like that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they didn't teach me in school. I'll give up. I'll just go and work at McDonald's instead. No, you go and figure out how to do it.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd still be using a Commodore PET.
Yeah. This is all part of the learning process. You've got to learn to be able to continue learning. That's the thing. So in your grown up life, you know how to continue learning, as opposed to saying, that's a cutoff point. I didn't learn that in school when I was 16. So that's it. That's the end of it.
I meet those people in real life and on virtual as well. People that literally stopped learning after high school and have now just continued on to live their life instead. And I can't put myself, I watch so much documentary type content, and like you were saying, with computers and whatnot, I've never stopped. And with music, and there's so many angles. I can't imagine just parking my brain and being along for the ride anymore. That's
Well, I still get pissed off when I start my Mac and open up a text document and write 10 quotes, hello world, close quotes, 20 go to 10, and it doesn't work. It doesn't do anything.
How many times I've used a Commodore poke command and didn't get the graphic,
That's insane.
Yeah. Funny thing. So the 8-bit guy on YouTube, Dave Murray, he's got his own computer now, the Commander X16.
We're on first name basis with him now, are we?
No, but he uses his real name on his other channel and shit now, right? He finally does, right? But
does he call you Cutie Pie? Anyway, Karen,
you're such a twit. But he recently did a video on why he was making a new 8-bit computer. And right. And he was saying how he misses the day when he turned on his computer and it just started at a basic prompt and it was ready to get to work. Well, that's what my modern Mac is. It starts up, I'm at the desktop, and it's ready to get to work. I'm not sure that whole criticism he went into was valid.
I'm assuming he's used a modern computer.
yeah. But
he didn't go, right, I'm at 8-bit. That's all the bits I'll ever need. I'm not going any further than that.
Exactly, right? He broadcast his channel using sprites, not video,
I'll throw the switch in.
Yeah. But what he meant was it was ready to be, programmed direct to the metal, so to speak. You could talk to the hardware if you knew machine code and get the most out of the system. whereas modern languages are more convoluted. Well, maybe not than assembly, but you would start a Commodore and it would be in the basic prompt, ready to go right away. And like you were saying, you could just type in 10 print quotes, hello world, 20, go to 10, run, and it would do it. But I can literally just start a new computer and click an icon and load a modern version of old basic and do that. I'm not sure that the argument was valid.
Or you can start your computer, open up Photoshop, type in "Hello World," and they go and look at it in all its glory.
yeah. Well, I can type it into Chat GPT.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
the funny thing is, right? If you got like an 8-bit computer and you open it up and you just got the little command prompt at the beginning, ready for you to start programming. And now you got to type in from a magazine, which is basically Windows. So I'm now going to type in Windows.
Yeah. Oh, but there's a typo.
Run.
It doesn't work. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it doesn't work. It's like Windows. It's just the same. So you've now got Windows running in your 8-bit thing, but now you need the applications to run in. Oh no, I need a separate program to type.
And I don't have enough RAM. Yeah. The early desktop operating systems that had point and click were hilarious because once you actually tried to load in software, that was a little bit much. Can you just play in the file system? We're better at that. Yeah.
Oh dear. I was watching a video the other day of someone using one of the old iMac clamshell laptop things.
Oh,
was it 16K a RAM?
Oh,
was it no 16 meg? Come on, be fair. I think 16K. No, that was my sex.
No, even 16 megs. No, that's too low for that. It would have been like 64.
Yeah. Okay. It's 64 meg, but it's just like using things like Netscape and stuff like that to try to get it onto the internet. And it's like it could barely load the operating system.
Yeah.
Never mind anything else. And he's like, you get Netscape going, and obviously they're trying to use like an old browser or it's like a modern browser for the OS 9.
Yeah.
And it's loading up YouTube, and all you get is just the icon. You just get the icon in the browser. That's it. There's just not enough memory for it to load even.
Yeah, not even close. Right? There's a guy on YouTube. I think he's called Action Retro.
Yeah,
but it could be the other guy, Shelby from Tech Tangents. But one of them wrote a thing called Frog Find, and it's a web browser search engine for really old computers to make it work. And what it does is it automatically applies reader mode. So all you get is text and a couple of pictures, and it makes the websites load. But you go to YouTube and, well, there's no videos. All you get is thumbnails, right? You're not watching YouTube on a processor with 140 megahertz or something,
I remember the first time I saw a video playing on a PC, and it was one of those I think it was one of the Star Wars games, and it had the images of Luke Skywalker on Tatooine, walking out into the Twin Suns.
Yeah.
And it's one of those where it was 10 frames a second, and only the pixels that change or need to change are the ones that change. So it's sort of blocky animation, and it's remember seeing
it's like MPEG 2.
Oh wow, this is the future.
Oh yeah, really bad. What is it? Donia Campensen? Campencan? Holy, I got you on my lower monitor here trying to read this off, and dyslexia is going crazy. It's got a viewing angle where if I go about 4 degrees out, it's really bad. It's a really old monitor, and it's very hard. But here, Check this one out. Can you believe that SCOTUS is hearing a case about can POTUS be a dictator? So this is that whole thing with the Trump and Supreme and whatnot. So Trump's going for this whole immunity thing. We've talked about this a couple of times where right now he's kind of relying on the Richard Nixon precedents that were set by the court, right? And there's rumors and murmurs that he could actually be found immune for trying to say the vote was fraud. But here's the thing. I brought this up on the channel before, and I'll say it again. He was not elected at that time. The fact that this is even going up to the Supreme Court to be heard and whatnot is a waste of every single taxpayer's time in America because he was not elected and therefore his actions are not covered under presidential immunity because you have to be the president to get the immunity. I can't believe this is even happening. It blows me away. Maybe I'm missing something. I mean, you see the flag over there, Canadian, right? But I don't understand how it can even correlate together. It's kind of like
there's a missing a logical argument. You can't get presidential immunity without being the president. I was nearly the president. I was close.
Exactly. Yeah, I was trying to be. Well, I'm trying to be the heavyweight champion of the world, but it still doesn't mean I got the belt, bastard.
I was trying to have a 13-inch cock. Tried really hard.
Yeah, it doesn't keep my wife from laughing,
Which one?
Yeah. No, only one, and I kicked her out. So we're good.
No. I'm doing things with Trump.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, he always seems to trade in for a new one, right? That one channel, Midas Touch, they've had some funny articles about Melina looking like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to stand near this abhorrent fucking human being. And they always have the look on her. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, just remember, Melina, there's no actual constitutional dictatorate thing that says you have to do visitation when your husband is in jail. Go to the beach, have fun.
Or in the White House, or in your home, or even in your own bed.
Yeah. Meet an Italian man with a Ferrari. Have some fun,
Yeah, but it serves her right though. But she married into it. I can't judge her, but
oh, I can. Where are we going with this?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, is it possible that she actually fell in love with
she
blubbering orange cock?
No, she bought the sauce for the Ferrari. Come on, that's what it is here.
So that's what I'm thinking. It's just like, well, it's her fault.
Yeah, exactly.
You bought into that game.
He's got a couple other family members that speak up every now and then to try to make themselves look stupid. And it must be said, they're very good at it. So, I got to offend daddy because I've never had to work a day in my life and I live really well. Yeah, you got credibility, go for it.
Do you think they're going to be ended like the Kennedys? The Kennedys were like a family that was always in and out of political power every now and then. I mean, they're still doing it now. Do you think that's
I always thought
the future of the Trumps? The Trump name will always be in the White House.
I always thought the cigarette smoking man from the X-Files must have been a Kennedy, right?
You've been watching too much X-Files. You brought them like 3 times so far this show.
Yeah, but I've skipped a lot of episodes, right? How many times can you watch them catch the guy in the swamp or whatever?
That's 4 times. That's 4 times. I'm counting.
Exactly. I do this thing.
Do you want to talk about X-Files?
Well, okay.
Instead of politics, would you prefer to talk about X-Files? Go on, talk about X-Files.
We did say we would speak of the X-Files at 1 minute and 1 second, or 1 hour and 1 minute into the stream. But I will say this. I will say this. I went into watching the show again, saying to Dunk that I don't think I'll watch many of the episodes that are based on, following the aliens took my sister, theme. I think I was going to go in more for like the swamp people and the stretchy guy in the vents and stuff ones. But
Tues.
Yeah.
Eugene Tues.
Yeah. But it's actually worked out the other way. I've gotten sick of the other episodes because they're very repetitive in theme and tone. And now when I'm in the Plex library looking for the next episode, I go down to see who's in it. And if I don't see the cigarette smoking man and stuff, I skip that episode because I'm looking for the furthering of the story arc, right? It's hilarious how it switched on me. I had no idea that was going to happen,
Yeah, because I remember the oh no, not the spoilers, but when he meets his demise.
Yeah.
Was that in one of the movies? It might have been one of the movies.
If it was, they showed a clip of it in an episode because I just actually witnessed that. Yeah,
he got shot on the bridge, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I always felt that character could have had his. Because they did the Lone Gunman. They had the spin-off show, but that character himself, he could have had his own show.
Totally, from his side of things. Yes.
Very fascinating character.
Yeah,
because I loved the episodes in the X-Files when it's sort of like it went back and looked at his early days, and his early days at Area 51, and Roswell, and he was just brought in at the beginning. It was great.
There was another episode that showed the forming of the lone gunman and stuff that was really good, right? It's funny too because
that one.
when the X-Files came out, I've always been somebody to hold my cigarette more like this than this, and my mother always hated it. She'd be like, "I hate when you hold your cigarette like that. I know it's because you smoke pot, and." And when the X-Files came out and the cancer man would always hold his cigarette like this, she'd get so pissed off. Fuck, I hate that. And it was the only time she'd really swear. She hated bastard. That. Yeah, exactly.
He didn't have like a little pin through it though. It's like,
yeah. Yeah, it was funny. But I do enjoy some of the older shows. Not because that you're going to get some amazing display of special effects. Actually, far from it. I like the more story-driven content of special effects stuff. Like watch The Mandalorian. Great show, by the way. I really like it. But
first season.
Oh, well, I've watched the whole thing. I like it. But go and rewatch it after you've watched it and watch how many times you skip forward like 12 minutes because it's just a big, long fight that doesn't push the story forward at all.
God, it drives me mad.
Yeah, I get so sick of that. It's like, oh, okay, I'm watching two digital characters kick the crap out of each other, and it's been 12 minutes now. Kind of done with that,
Yeah, and it's kind of sad because someone actually sit down and have to
takes a lot of effort.
Choreograph it.
Yeah,
and it's like in the script would be like one line, they fight. Right. Okay. Now I'm not going to fill that out for 5 minutes.
No, longer though in some of these new ones. It's getting to the point of crazy. If you were to take The Mandalorian and condense one of the seasons down where it's just continuing the story and it edits out the overly long parts you don't need, there's only about 3 hours of content per season.
Well, if you edit out all the times they say this is the way as well, it's half its length now.
Yeah, this is the way. What that charity shop down at the corner? What
It's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. This is the way.
I used that joke recently in our private back chat. You know, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to take it easy and chill. This is the way, you know, because it's so over.
So we all.
Yeah, that was the other one. Yeah, that was. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to have a question one-on-one period. Show us your nerd speak. You know, here, I'm going to go into the account and do a couple of polls. Let's do a couple of polls for nerd speak, right? So, here, I'll put a phrase from a sci-fi show as the poll question, and then you have to pick the sci-fi show as the response.
Okay.
Right? How's that?
Am I not allowed?
Well, you don't know what I'm going to put, so you could do it. You know, that's fine.
Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, the Blues Brothers. No,
but see, now you've confused my brain to the point where I don't know what I was going to type. You know, excuse me while I get a beer and mute my co-host and regroup and actually figure. Like, no, but I have no idea what I was going to put. Okay, I got one, and I'm not going to tell you what genre it fits in, but you.
Okay.
No, wait a minute. How do I ask that question? Damn it! I'm getting alcohol. Fuck you.
Yeah. Everybody, live and unscripted. I just want to point that out. Just make sure I reiterate that. I'm going to underline it, put it in bold. Unscripted, just to make sure. Just put that in the chat, everybody. Hashtag unscripted, because this is what you get around here. It's like we don't know what's going on. Dick, you're not following the script, man. You page 47. Go back to the script.
What?
The script. You're not following the script. Page 47. We're on page 47, where you say, "I'm just typing in the poll now,
and I give you these 15." 10 commandments. What? I'm not sure what script we're doing.
I was just pointing out to the chat, everybody, that the show's unscripted, and that was a joke for when you come back. That was like, page 47. We're on the script.
Yeah, we tried writing a script once, but I was typing in Latin, he was typing in Greek, and it was just ridiculous. We gave up.
I always laugh. I've mentioned it before, but that the Top Gear was supposed to be getting an award.
Yeah,
for winning the best unscripted TV show.
Yeah,
and Jeremy Clarkson couldn't go because he was too busy writing the next day's script.
Yeah. And it's totally true. It's hilarious. That show was about as unscripted as American reality TV.
Oh, it was terrible. It was so bad. It was so fucking obvious. And
yeah, there's a funny group of outtakes I've seen where James May does, and now the news, and then everybody breaks out laughing, and he's like, "Was that smile too camp?" And they retake it, right? I love that.
It was funny.
So
they always made him talk about some shitty car, Dacia or something like that.
Well, the other part of Top Gear was they always played James May off as Captain Slow and stuff. But if you watch some of the episodes, like when he takes LaFerrari and just parns it around Fiorano, the Ferrari test track, you can see in the reflection and whatnot in the window, as he's like drifting the car, it's not a stunt driver, it's him. He is actually very skilled behind the wheel. He's just willing to play his role for the show.
I also think that Clarkson, he may have his foot down on the pedal, but James May was a better driver. Although he did crash into a wall in the tunnel. Did
you see the episode where none other than Jackie fucking Stewart took James May out in a TVR and taught him how to drive on a track properly.
Really?
You do not forget a moment like that. You do not, and why was Bugatti with the Veyron only gonna let James May, out of the three of them, take it to its top speed live on camera?
Because he wasn't going to trash it.
Right? Yeah,
Or crash it.
Yeah.
Tip it over. I'm looking at you, Mr. Hammond.
Yeah. Clarkson's just a buffoon. It's all just lift off oversteer, power, and he just peels off a set of tires, right? Yeah. That's not lap time,
Yeah, he's just an ape.
But he's funny, man. Clarkson's Farm proves it. That show is hilarious and a great watch, even if you don't like the guy, because all the supporting characters, like Charlie, the local legal guy and whatnot, they're funny as hell.
And Caleb,
the only person that knows what they're doing besides Charlie.
The one that actually runs the farm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or that one guy. He seems to be a really nice guy, but nobody can understand what he's saying.
Yes, the local guy.
Yeah, he's that's actually Caleb's grandfather.
Is it?
Yeah, there's an episode of Clarkson's Farm where they're at a soccer pitch because Clarkson is sponsoring the local team to try to win favor with the locals to get his restaurant approved, right? And they actually start talking about last names. And the dude who speaks English but doesn't is got the same last name as Caleb. And I looked it up, and it's his grandfather. Yeah.
Well, he wouldn't go. He was going down a wall and came on the track. He's going away. He's going higher.
I've never heard such a thick accent in my life. And it's funny because when Clarkson reacts to it and he's like, I have no idea what he's talking about, it's true. That's not scripted. He's just like, I don't know what he wants me to do.
Well, to be fair, Clarkson did write the script the night before, so yeah.
Yeah. What? But
he probably doesn't talk like that at all. He
can
talks
you
like
imagine?
This. Hello.
Yeah, he's actually an Oxford professor.
I play that character in Clarkson's Farm. Yes, I used to work with Olivier.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. I just got to make an adjustment for that.
He's got cleaner diction.
Hello. I work with Olivier. Don't you know?
Yeah, he's got cleaner diction than C-3PO, right? But it is funny, because when Clarkson's scripting out the show, all he has to do is say, put that dude in the tractor and it'll be funny, right?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Say something in gibberishese, please.
If you haven't watched Clarkson's Farm, I can't recommend it enough. It's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, our sponsors tonight are Clarkson's Farm.
Yeah.
Diddly Squat. Get down to Diddly Squat and get yourself a jar of jam for $10.99. That sounds like a bargain.
Yeah, it's got no bullocks in it. It's funny you talk about sponsors. We have been offered sponsorships before, and we've tried our best.
That was a long time ago.
Well, no, we've been offered a few more since then, right? But I keep saying, okay, guys, look, we do the show like this. So if we could turn the sponsor into a throwback joke that's funny and we could sell during the show, we might be able to do something. But they're scared out of their minds, and they're like, no, we want a 60-second spot, and it has to be within the first 3 minutes of the video. And I'm like, fuck off.
They should know we do a really good job. Get your fisted on the in the store.
I've contacted Annalise to tell them that we've given them much lip service. Didn't know.
Oh, it's good for chapped lips, apparently. I've heard.
Yeah. Very soothing.
Is this how you apply it?
Yeah. Applicator not included.
Yeah, you just gotta put it on someone's butt and just press your lips against it and smooge it in.
Oh, yeah. The $6 man.
Oh dear lordy, what were we talking about?
I probably think that it's
Have you got your
actually
poll sorted out yet?
you know what? I've got something sorted out.
Uh-oh.
And now for something completely different.
Have you ever noticed that when giraffes have sex, it's very awkward?
I've not watched.
Oh, I was hoping you had, because I was actually making that up. I was just thinking about them bending over to have a drink and they have to do the arms thing. I was thinking about oral sex and how that would be very difficult, you know?
I have seen a giraffe orgasm, which was kind of weird.
Was it used as Botox, like the fish thing?
It was like gossamer thread, like cobwebs all over the place. And there was I was standing at the back of these. This no, I was standing at the back, and you had all these people. It wasn't just like in a porn theater or anything like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't
a peep show or anything.
It was a proper wildlife park. And there were all these people like gathered around in these around this pen, and the giraffes. It's probably like the holding area where you have people go in and look after the giraffe sort of thing. But there was all these people at the front, and there was just all this everyone just starts going and it was just like this gossamer threads of like cobwebs just wafting all round the air. And it's just basically because this other giraffe had just pulled out. Obviously a Catholic giraffe, using the rhythm method.
Rubbers here, sir.
He'd pulled out, and it just went everywhere. But it was just all like, it was just weird. It was just like fucking in the air. It was like
it's not
cobwebs.
normal, I'll tell you that.
And luckily I was standing at the back, but all the women standing in the front got a nice facial. That's all I can say.
Oh dear God.
Like candy floss, when you see your candy floss machine and the candy floss is whipping around and it's like collecting it on the stick. It's like that. It's like having a candy floss machine and just like pumping it into the air.
Oh, you had to use pumping, didn't you?
It was thrusting. Oh, this candy floss tastes like anchovy.
Welcome to 42 Minutes Later, the only show guaranteed to be demonetized with it.
That's not what's demonetizable about that. That's just like perfectly valid information.
Top consumer tips right here.
Just saying, if you're at a wildlife park and the giraffes are having a little bit of a fun moment, just don't stand at the front. Just stand several feet back and just watch in amazement.
Yeah. And don't have your hand out with a cupping motion.
No fluffing the giraffes, please.
Yeah, it'd probably be more like this. Hold on, let me get that.
God, what giraffes' balls must be like.
But mommy, every time I squeeze, it makes that funny sound.
And the giraffe smiles.
Yeah. Why does it keep saying leather?
It's like when you got a little dog and you tickle its back legs and its tail starts wagging, the legs start jiggling around. You do that with a giraffe.
I ain't doing that with anything, dude. It's just.
Don't you fluff your fish?
What?
Don't you fluff your fish? Just give them a little tickle.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
What's
I think
the
your
what's
fish
the
are
duck
missing
song?
Which duck song?
Um
Which duck? Donald?
Does anybody in the chat know what I'm talking about? The duck song? How about no?
I wish I could fly right up to the sky, but I can't.
Oh, that one.
Does anybody know what I'm talking about? The duck song?
No, don't think anybody does.
I hate it. You know, that moment where you're the only one that gets left looking like an idiot. That sucks.
Well, it makes a change. It's you for a change, not me. I mean, yeah. You know, it's those, that virtual reality that you have, you know, it's just different to mine.
Okay, here. You know what we're going to do? We're going to demonetize this in the only way we know how. I'm going to play you the duck song. You know, you should have shut up, but it's going to happen now.
Okay.
All right. I can't get the melody right. Let's see if I can figure this out. The Duck Song 4. Oh, come on. Don't make me think. Oh, God damn it. Okay, hold on.
Well, we just make it. We get
Remember this?
We get it. We get it. You're going to do your metal cover. Yeah. Hey, Matt, if you're watching, you're not in the chat, you know, do an AI version of that with Dick Dawson playing it. Hey, you should bring that up at the end of the show as well. That thing that Matt did. But no, I remember my kids singing that, and I don't have the button, but I would be like the cat with the whiskey going, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Yeah, it's like, what are you singing? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. You know?
No, it wasn't.
No, it really was.
It's like saying Baby Shark was funny.
No, that's completely different. How dare you? You know what? I do have the button of banish. You know,
put him up.
Yeah. How about? Does anybody in the chat remember the symbiotic song or the spider monkey song?
Are we just like coming up with obscure songs now?
No. What I'm doing is I'm going to run through a couple of things that are really funny. Come on.
Okay.
Do you want to see after the duck song? Do you want to see what I'm going to play next? I do. I wasn't asking you, to be honest.
I know you weren't asking me. If you were asking me. Yeah, just to be clear here in the chat, this is not a democracy on this channel, all right? You know, we got King Dawson here, and he's in charge, and we got to do everything he wants to do. But go on, what's this spider monkey song? Go on,
yeah, hold
spider
on.
monkey.
Well, there's a few of them. So
it's not like Spider Pig, is it? Or anything?
No, it's hold on here. Let's see if we can get this. Symbiote. I wonder which one I should do.
What was it? Symbiotic what? He said symbiotic what?
I can
Spider monkey and symbiotic what? Eel? Cockroach?
You're
Sorry, I'm throwing you. You're trying to find this stuff, and I'm throwing you with these questions.
You're making this so easy for me. It's unbelievable.
You started it. You took us down this road.
Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can figure this out.
You figure it out. I'm going to pour a drink. And,
Okay. Let me see here. Oh, I want Umbrella Bird. That's the one I want. I know that sounds, but
hey, wait, we got Spider Monkey, prepubescent bananas, whatever it was you said, and now something else. How many songs? Have you bringing out an album?
Yeah, I'm telling you,
crazy weird song.
These were the things that brought my son back from La La Land during his youth and autism and stuff. But here, let me play you this for a second, because
and now it sent you down a fucking rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, but it's really good. Check this out.
Right, okay.
Oh, where's the audio? I don't hear it. Do you?
Best way. I hear it.
Yeah, but that's not helpful. God damn it.
Is it coming through? No, it's not coming through on the show either.
Yeah, no, I don't. I've got everything turned up. I don't know why it's not.
Did you get the instrumental, the non-music version?
Yeah, I played it on a 12-string with Jimmy Page. It was a great jam. You know?
The John Cale version.
yeah. Joan Baez was there. It was good, you know. But anyway, you know, I guess you know, the tech has failed.
Oh, that episode of the show, that part of the show is over now. Yeah. So long may they rest.
Incense and peppermints will be left for another time.
Nick's incest and spider monkey banana songs, whatever they got. You know.
We're symbiotic. You me.
We'll have to save it up for a special.
I should grab
Dawson DJ night.
Yeah. Oh, that would be perfect. Yeah. We'll have a romper room DJ night where we play children's music.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, it's the end of the world. The nuclear missiles are about to fall on your house. What you look around and you're like, I'm going to grab this and run to the fallout shelter. What do you try to save?
The key to the fallout shelter?
yeah. The password that gets me in.
Fallout shelter? You mean the bucket in the garden?
Yeah. Go over to that Colin Fuses guy. He lives in Britain, right? He's got a really good one. He's got a DeLorean in there and everything, you know.
Oh, is that the guy who built one of those like bunker underneath his house without planning permission? And everybody's houses are going to collapse in one day because
that actually happened like 2 hours north of me in town. The engineers went in and said, "Oh yeah, we can demolish this building and build a new high rise." And all the neighboring properties in this one city have had to vacate because the ground is literally breaking around them and it's ruining their buildings and stuff. Oh yeah, it's literally playing out like 2 hours above me where I live. It's unbelievable. You know, and so far, the engineering company has refused to release the documents that prove that they were correct in saying this could be done without affecting the people around them. How can you refuse? You've got like 1,000 people that have had to relocate their homes and their businesses, but yeah, it's not our fault. You know, we'll let you know soon. Right? Kind of busy right now.
They're probably using a template.
Yeah. yeah. It's unbelievable. You know, how can you do that? They literally, an entire complex of people that are on low income subsidized housing had to leave their homes. Well,
hang on a minute. It doesn't actually matter what kind of level they are on the social,
No, it actually does, though. It actually does, because somebody
shouldn't do that to anybody.
Yeah, but somebody that's on already assistance to, get their life done, and that happens to people with special needs children and all kinds of things, right? All of a sudden, what are they going to do? Pay $120 a night for a hotel because, they have that money, right? They're and so they're in limbo until the government steps in and says, "Oh, we'll help you through this," right? What a nightmare to be a part of.
No, I'm still going to stick it with what I say. Is it shouldn't matter who the people are that gets the bad end of the stick, but it does seem to hit them harder. I suppose because posh people have 30 acres.
Exactly. Oh, honey, we have to go to the summer house. There's something about our walls cracking. I don't give a shit about them. I'm not going to report on their news, right?
I don't give a shit about them, but I want to be them. I want to be that person with the summer house.
If I had that kind of cash, though, I wouldn't be that person. I'd be a better person. I'd just have a lot of money.
Nice
that's
to
the
summer.
actual truth.
So just remember that when you're sending super chats.
Yeah, if you happen to have a
We're
winning lottery
we're going to
ticket,
be nice millionaires, you know.
well, yeah. So if you happen to have a winning lottery ticket, don't cash it in yourself. Give it to us because we will make sure it's used properly.
Did you say abused properly? I'm sure that's what you said.
I stand by my laurels. Unfortunately, I'm not sure who
Well,
Laurel is.
You stand by the bar.
Yeah. Laurel's just this drunk chick I met yesterday. She hasn't left yet.
Dick Dawson's the only person that's been to court and says, I don't like this bar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Your Honor, this whiskey tastes watered down.
It is water, Mr. Dawson. Now get back in the dock where you belong.
Well, Your Honor, no wonder I'm pissed off.
Mr. Dawson, please approach the bar. Again?
Yeah. CF Beauty in the chat is got some weather alarms going off. So everybody wish CF Beauty the best of everything because she lives in one of those places that Mother Nature seems to hate. And Mother Nature wants to eradicate it with like tornadoes and hurricanes and all kinds of stuff. It's awful. You know?
Could be worse. You could be living in Australia. There'll be the tornadoes and all the animals that want to kill you as well.
That's true. And drunken raccoons with, boxing gloves.
No, they're called kangaroos, mate.
No, they're raccoons in my world. No,
they don't have raccoons in Australia, do they?
See, Sergeant Buckchuck. He's no. Wait a minute. The picture changed. See, in the hive, the honeycombs, I'm pointing in the right direction. But now in the big screen, I'm not. Right?
Yeah,
that. Oh.
Yeah. Talk to the Sarge. He's the one who's under stripes.
Anybody else need a drink? Because I sure did. No.
Now you mention it. Cheers.
Yeah.
Approach the bar, Mr. Dawson.
Yeah. Grogu Senior with a pipe.
Yeah, I was going to say a pun about Grogu, but I don't think I should really. Yeah.
Why did they give him Grogu? Yoda? Grogu. Yoda? Grogu.
Right, and where did the name come from? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Did they just make it up? Because he doesn't speak, does he? He just go,
well, we did 4 market. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get this correct.
Well, we did 4 marketing surveys, and they told us that was a really good name for stuffies and cuttables and all kinds of cheap toys that the people would buy.
Right? That's what it was.
You know what? They might have just gone on full on baby Muppets. You know, with the Star Wars, so with Grogu.
Yeah,
they could have had like baby Tauntauns, baby Atats, baby Vader. You know, and just go the whole hog. Why don't you? You know. Yeah.
Baby Luke Skywalker. Oh wait a minute, he did that in the first movie.
Yeah, no, he was all right. Yeah, I like baby. I like baby. Yeah, well, what about baby Darth Vader was a little Annie. You can have baby Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Oh, at last they found him popular.
Yeah, here. So, give me my soother, or I'll fuck your shit up, kid. Do you think in the Imperial Ward where the Sith were being born, they used their dark side powers to steal each other's soothers and stuff? You know. That'd be funny.
The Sith Ward.
Recently I was looking into the torrent sites where I download a lot of my movies and stuff, right? Call me a pirate. I don't care. No, I'm Canadian. I don't have to worry about it.
You got an excuse for everything.
Yeah. Especially with the endorser and those bastards,
Do me, you bastards.
Yeah. Just come at me, bitch.
Put him up. Put him up.
Exactly.
Go on. You're a Canadian. You can get away with it. Go on. What were you saying? Go on. Carry on.
You know what? I'm gonna leave that in the ether as I get a drink and leave you hanging because it sounds so much more funny.
Oh, okay. We'll leave it with the guys in the chat. Okay. Everybody in the chat while Dick is going to get a drink. Give us your favorite. What would be? I'm a Canadian and I can get away with ... blank. And tell me what he's going to get away with as a Canadian. Let's see what you say. He's back, but carry on. I want to see what you think. I'm a Canadian and I can get away with ... blank.
I can get away with a lot. Yeah. We're getting into that moment where Canadians, we all have this thing where if we get alcoholed up enough, we slip into pirate mode and we go, "Arr, arr."
I've known a few other Canadians as well in my past, and I don't remember them being all piratey.
Shut up. You just go with it.
That's what he said. I remember that one.
Yeah. You didn't know a real Canadian.
Have you got any Canadian in you? Do you want some?
Don't do it. Don't. But have you ever noticed? This maybe it's just a me observation. Dunk. Let's just make sure everybody knows that you're in the UK. I'm in Canada, right?
Yes.
So have you ever known that? You ever noticed that people in the UK kind of just act like they wish they were modern Canadians? Is this just me, or is it?
What? Hey, wait. What do you mean by? What do you mean by that? Explain yourself, Dr. Dawson.
We are the people that you wish you could be, except you're not, and we are.
Oh, what?
Right?
You egotistical bastard. Where do you think? Where, you get off your fucking high horse. Where do you think that you got that from? That we wish.
It happens to me every day when we're planning shows and stuff.
If we were not in the, we couldn't possibly. People in the UK would like to be Canadian because you're almost 50% French, and no way would the
50%.
UK people. Yeah,
you must read tabloids, not newspapers. Are you kidding me?
No, geographically, you got the bloody French. I say the French. Okay, French Quarter. Okay, that's 25%. Okay, so I'll take it back. My maths was wrong.
It's like 12.
What? 12 people? 12 French guys?
Well, 12 angry ones, but 12% that speak the language. No, it's probably like 9. Yeah. Well, it's no different than the people in Wales. They go into London and nobody understands them either.
Oh no. They no. The people in Wales, they can speak English perfectly well. They only just make that shit up in Wales to confuse people. They've even got their own TV channels in the UK.
So
and it's
road
all
signs,
bibbly blobbly globbly.
So road
and they're making
signs,
this shit up.
Shut the fuck. So road signs in Wales are like the Loch Ness Monster in Scotland. They're only there for tourist attraction. Right?
No, they're just to confuse the. It's like World War II, or again when people like rip road signs out and turn them in the wrong directions.
Speaking of World War II, you guys always do this thing. Yeah, we won that. No,
well, we did.
You got your asses kicked until the Americans joined. Let's be honest here, right?
I don't think there were many Americans at the Battle of Britain. Thank you very much.
The Battle of Britain was an airplane thing where London got pummeled, but the beaches in Normandy, the thing that actually started the end of it, had everything to do with everybody else. You guys didn't win the war.
Shush about Normandy. Shush.
You guys didn't win the war, but you were strong enough not to lose it until help arrived. That's the actual truth. right?
No, I'll admit that. I'll admit that. But
Yeah.
although at the same time, it just kind of like frustrate me when it's like Americans say, "Well, we won the Second World War." No, you won the end of it, by bombing Japan to smithereens. But okay,
no, it's the same argument. I agree. Right? Because until everybody came together and said enough, it didn't end. Nobody won that.
It was a team effort. And we even had Canadians help us out.
Oh, a lot of and
actually there's a lot of Canadians in the Royal Air Force in the Battle of Britain. So I say a lot. There was like half a dozen or something like that. But
we have a history of some serious badass motherfuckers in war. We just don't have a history of being a massive military, so we get lost in the shuffle. But I don't care. I don't need the recognition because I wasn't there. I don't care. I'm just glad the good guys won, right?
Yeah, well, Canada's never been a country where we're off marching off to war.
We burned down the White House because we were pissed off and drunk.
Burn it down again. Do a better job.
No, they're our buddies now. We like those guys, right? That was back when everybody, all you Europeans were running shit, right? That's when we got mad.
I see. You blame on us again. we were egging you on.
Yeah, we're amazing at that. We have so many issues with natives and stuff in Canada, and our ancestors deserve the hate for that because it's horrible. But that was actually you guys. We weren't Canadians then. So
basically what you're saying is you need me on this show. You need me here to help guide you to
take the flack, but
make you a better Canadian than you think you could possibly be, because it takes the UK that kind of like colonial stance to help forge you into a better Dawson than you were the day before.
Listen, mice and bins hanging out swords and pawns is no system for a frame of government.
Might work. We haven't tried it yet.
But no, this whole argument that we're doing, and we're
being
funny,
argument?
right?
I haven't paid for this.
No, exactly, right? This routine we're doing, I think we could safely wrap it up by saying there's no end to this, because you could say, well, that's actually my territory. Oh, you guys are the aggressors and yada yada and blah blah. But how far back in history do you go? Do you go back to Genghis Khan and his territory? Do you go back to Rome? Do you go back to Greece? You know what I mean? We're stuck with what we have now, and we've got to stop looking back and saying who did what, because none of us alive now did it.
It's kind of what is kind of funny is, like, in Canada and America and Australia as well, you've got the indigenous population who were there, and everybody's like marches in and comes like, right, this is our country now, and all these go, hey, wait a minute, you got to stand for the United States of America. Excuse me, we were here first. Hang on a minute.
It gets really screwed up, right?
It does. It does.
Yeah,
but that's a colonial thing. I think the one good thing that came out of Britain being a colonial, it's like force.
Jaguar cars.
No, we actually like backed off the colonialism and just like gave everybody their independence back and stuff like that. It's like maybe we shouldn't have done. I don't know. Well, maybe the world would be a better place. I don't know.
The British aristocracy figured it out. They were like, we can just step back and give everybody their thing back and not even count anymore, but still be really popular and rich.
Yeah, so, and still go there for our holidays.
Exactly. Yeah, they were the smartest group at the time, right? Because they still have, they don't have blow up pools, right? Mr. Turtle does not exist at Buckingham Palace, right?
I've never thought of it that way. What a class structure you've decided upon. Whether your pool is up below at one eye, that decides your class structure. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. Can you imagine Elizabeth
if you
going
lower
outside?
class, it's just a bucket with water.
Yeah. Yeah, Elizabeth goes out with some diesel in a can to start up the Jenny to do the air pump to blow up her pool. Hold on.
Well, she was a bit like that in World War II, actually. She was a bit more hands-on.
She was a badass in her day. Nobody can call her out. No way.
She was hot stuff.
Oh yeah, you can't judge her based on the little puppies and all that formality shit in her old age. Back in the day when she was a young kid, she was a hands-on girl, man.
Yeah, she was kicking in. Yeah. Yeah, the younger royals in the later generation tried to do similar things, but they just came off as twats.
Yeah, not quite. What's his name? The musician, the guy that went and became an army guy and was on Top Gear as a guest. He got the actor guy. He got way, that worked for him, but not the Ginger kid and whatnot.
What musician?
There was a guy that was on Top Gear. Jeremy Clarkson interviewed him, and he's No, it has nothing to do with royalty.
Oh,
he's
sorry.
just like
that's what confused me. I thought you were talking about
but I was saying, the royal family tried, but this guy actually succeeded, and I can't remember his name, but Clarkson fanned over him, and he was part of a group who was supposed to attack an opposing group, and they were just like, you know what? Why don't we all just, say hi and stuff? And he totally averted this big battle or something. What's his?
I don't know.
He's a dark-haired kid. His hair isn't too long, and he looks like he needs a shower. What's it? I can't remember his name.
Oh, that sounds like just about every fucking British musician.
Yeah, he's not from Oasis, so
just the same. We got a few super chats that need to catch up on there, Dick.
Okay, you do it. No, you do it.
I can't see either. They're just all out of focus. All right.
Okay, so two old men try to read something that's on their screen. Here we go.
So Chuck Jammerit says Star Wars kid wins French Canadian.
Yeah, he was too. That kid was cool, man.
Sorry, was French Canadian, not wins French Canadian. See, I told you, I can't read it. And Custom Sewing sends in super chat saying, "Can we get a giraffe chat meme?"
Oh, that's a good call.
What with the
spread legs and stuff, we could have a big willy donger hanging down during the center,
with a candy floss spray.
Let's have a chat dance.
That sounds like a song.
That girl won't admit it, but she did have sex with William Shatner.
Oh, you generous giraffe, with your gossamer display.
So we're going to retitle the show Wrong on So Many Levels.
A bit like a turbo lift on Star Trek.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Remember you used to have to hold that very long, hard piece of metal and twist it to say where you were going, and they took that away. Yeah. Was that
no longer needed?
Yeah. Too many people in the cast going, but where's your GIMP mask before you play with that hard piece of steel? Hey, we're coming up on 2 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Don't want to break the rules.
So, should we leave with good consumer advice?
Why? We've never done it before.
We always try. There's nothing wrong with failing, but you should try. So, never buy a horse that has...
Full stop. That's the end.
that has an unbalanced rooster that will lead your car to lean into the corners on left-hand turns when you have it in a box. Is that
on a Tuesday?
Does that sum the show up? Where should
It was
we've
sort
got-
of gibberish. So,
we
yeah,
gotta
just sum
do-
up the show.
we gotta try? Cigarette tobacco is only unhealthy if you use it to light somebody else on fire. Is that no?
When the male giraffe is pulling out, close your mouth.
Yeah. And measure the spread of the front legs because it's something else, right? We should we should give a shout out to the team. We should. I know the people on the team, but I don't know who's properly here tonight. I try to watch, but it's hard, right? So CF Beauty runs the teams. We've got BME, PJ CNET, Shayna Caldwell.
Go the green one, you dick.
CF Beauty,
BME, Shayna Caldwell, PJC Neck, Crazy Cat, and ANA.
Yeah. Is there an echo in here? Oh. So remember when you go home for Christmas and your parents make you those little s'more things with chocolate and graham crackers and whatnot, there's nothing wrong with dousing them in alcohol to make the experience tolerable.
What, your parents? You douse them in alcohol.
Yeah, but don't do that with a lighter. Do it to the s'mores, right?
I see.
Is that good consumer advice?
No.
Oh. If the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Keep your stick on the ice, fellow babies.
And keep your dick in a vice.
Good night.
Good night, babies. Hey,